Welcome back, guys. Today we're at Nick's place. Nick and his twin cam chopper.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Nick. This thing, the frame, it's a 85 wide glide, and then it has a twin cam drivetrain, 6-speed transmission. I got this from a buddy, not really a buddy, but a guy that I've come to know in Milwaukee, and I was just like, woke up one morning on Instagram, started scrolling, it was for sale. I was like, fuck, like, all right. I had so many screenshots of it, I followed him for a few years. So I snagged this thing from him and had it shipped out, and that was about 3 years ago now.
Wait, so you say you bought this in Milwaukee?
From a guy in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Just like, you know, you wake up, you scroll Instagram.
Oh, so you bought it without seeing it?
Yeah.
That's gangster, dude.
Yeah, and so that was like 3 years ago. I had followed him, and I always really liked the bike. When I got it, he had it set up like it had big 5-gallon tanks and big ape hangers, had a crazy Frank on it, and these big forward controls. So I was kind of riding it like I looked a little goofy on it. But yeah, the bike's great. So it's a 110 cubic inch twin cam that he built. It's mostly S&S internals. It's got a Super E on it. It gets surprisingly good gas mileage, like 40-ish. And then the 6-speed. And then I've changed it up. I basically changed it at the start of the season. We did a ride back in April, and I was like, I got this thing together right before the ride, as usual. But went up with the dual disc 41 wide glide, these kind of Flanders style risers, and then these bars I got from Greasewood Co. He's not doing bars anymore, but I love these things. And actually, I crashed this bike back in June and like kind of tweaked the bars a little bit. And I make handlebars, but like I don't know. I just keep running these. Yeah, a little wassail tank. I have it set up right now as a kick shifter. Just this past Saturday, my shifter fell off. Like it took part of the shift shaft with it. So I just made this thing and welded it on to the nub that it left on the transmission, and I'll fix that, you know, the proper way one of these days.
Did it come with open belt when you bought the bike? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Yep. Yeah. So the engine, transmission, and primary all came with it. I haven't actually had the drivetrain out. It's always stayed in the bike. But this winter, I have a few other projects, but I think this winter I'll tear it apart.
Wait, before we go any further, did you name the bike?
No. I narrowed this oil tank. This is one of just like a 4-speed swing arm oil tank, but it used to stick out maybe an inch past the frame rails. So when the oil got hot, it would always burn my legs. Uh-huh. So I took like an inch out of the middle, and dumbass me, like I never looked at battery sizes. So
the battery didn't fit?
Just like the right size battery for this bike was maybe an 1/8 inch too big. So I had to settle with like a much smaller battery, and it gave me issues right before the ride we just did to Yosemite, but got it sorted.
Are these the pipes that you made too?
I kind of modified it a little bit. I think these ones had some mufflers on it. They're just like Evo drag pipes that I cut to fit and then just shortened it up on the rear one. But for the most part, I've had pretty good luck. Like pipes for Evos will at least bolt onto the heads. Clearing this big cam cover and like the foot controls is another story.
Did you make the foot controls and stuff and the brake?
I did, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty not great, honestly. This whole section is like what used to be the forward control, and it had a bunch more metal, and I just kind of whittled out this shape and bolted it to the cam cover, and it's
been working, right?
It's been working all year, like thousands and thousands of miles, but I'd really like to make something a little more robust, like a little bit nicer. My shocks are nice and soft, like it usually rubs if I have a passenger. The brakes are rubbing, whatever. It needs a chain. My sprockets need replaced. Like it definitely needs some love, but it's solid. You know, rode it to work today, and we just got back did a big Yosemite ride with some homies, and yeah, overall it's been a great bike.
How do you like the one finger clutch lever?
Oh, they're nice, yeah.
Does it really like work pretty well?
Yeah, so this thing, it's still kind of heavy. Like I have super heavy clutch springs,
Yeah.
but it seems to help a little bit. This and the kind of the Baker like heavy duty throwout bearing is nice. A little bit bigger surface area. It's supposed to be stronger. I made this little bracket a while ago, and I just put all my ignition stuff. So like ignition module with all the adjustments for timing and slope and RPM limiter, and then my coil, and then fuse panel on the backside.
Super accessible, you know?
Yeah, just try to keep it out in the open.
That's smart.
Yeah. I thought I was going to rewire the bike before the ride back in April, and 2 days before the ride, I just threw the old harness on and haven't touched it.
I like what you did to the sissy bar too.
Oh yeah.
That's for your gas tank, huh? To hold the gas tank or
Just anything.
Anything?
Yeah. So
dude, that support matters, you know?
It is really nice. Yeah, it's really nice to have, especially if I have like a passenger on the back. I can strap a little duffel bag or a tent or something, and they still have enough room.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's rare to see like a twin cam motor
Yeah.
chopper, you know?
Yeah, I love this thing. It's definitely, I don't know. The old stuff is really cool, but you can be into something like this for cheaper, and it's more reliable, and
it's unique, you know?
Yeah,
I'm sure you can smoke all the old school choppers, right?
Yeah, there's some quick ones for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good bike. Thank you.
What's next?
Geez, what is next? So I have a shovelhead project that I'm working on. I haven't really posted anything about it, but I'm kind of hoping to have it done for Paradise Roadshow. I submitted it, and I'm kind of waiting to hear back if I'm gonna can park it in the show. But that one, yeah, it's gonna be rebuilt engine. I think posted a little bit about it. So rebuilt engine. It's a stroker, like an 88-inch. Just a nice 4-speed hardtail. I have some parts in here, but gonna try to do some nifty fabrication work and stuff like that. Just make it a nice clean bike, and maybe sell it afterwards. I don't know.
I think Paradise this year they opened it to shovelheads now, right? Because before shovelhead was too new.
Yeah, I think they cut it at 79. So, you still get some cone shovels after 79.
Yeah.
So I think they did it up to 84 this year.
Nice.
Yeah. So still no Evos, but cone shovel and older.
Have you been to that show before?
I've not. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks like a dream, yeah.
A little pool, motel style, right? No, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm an East Coast boy, so Palm Springs has such a vision in my mind. So to go there and party with a bunch of chopper homies and display a bike that I'm hopefully proud of when it's done, it's a really nice goal to have, for sure.
How about for the bike? What's next for the bike?
Oh, this thing needs to just be completely torn apart. The front end is tweaked. The brakes suck. The wiring is surprisingly still working. Yeah, I think what I'd really like to do, I have a Mikuni for it. I have a 45 millimeter Mikuni, and I want to make a 2-in-1 for it, so a little more performance. But I really like if you squint, it kind of looks like an old bike. So I want to keep that. I'd love to do a Frisco Sportster tank, or maybe some narrow split tanks. I love the idea of some gauges. Just kind of keep it like a road trip bike, keep it reliable, and just clean it up a lot. Make it look nice, something that I'm proud of, and that'd be the goal for this one at least.
Nice.
The kick shifter is kind of a funny story too. We were heading down to Born Free 13, I think, and my buddy Mike, his bike was falling apart, and so I gave him. I had some shift linkage on here at the time. I made some forward controls that were, shorter. So I gave him the shift linkage for to use for his bike. He needed it for the brake stay.
Yeah.
And so I just stuck a bolt out of what the shifter that used to be here, and rode it as a kick shifter all week. Went on this big trip. So I've kind of kept it like that, and it's sort of fun, you know, when you're getting into it, you just like, you slap it with your heel or you catch it with your heel with your boot.
Can you show me real quick? Let's say sit on your bike and
Oh,
how
sure,
would
yeah.
you kick it? I'm trying to envision it.
Yeah, so that's downshift. So that's first, and then you kind of give it like a little half kick for neutral.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you just smash through all the gears.
It's kind of like riding a horse, dude, right?
A little, you know, I didn't want to say it because I think that's kind of a, I'm not trying to be a cowboy or anything.
This is your iron horse, man.
So, yeah, something
That's cool.
like that.
Is this custom? This the drain?
Did you add that? Yeah,
or?
that was part of that.
Oh, it's part of the tank. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. I super glued some really strong magnets on the backside of that just to collect any metal.
Yeah. No, that's smart, dude.
Yeah. And then I like how this turned out. I kind of wish I would have painted it, but at the time I got this little like sheet metal press brake thing that goes in your vise.
Yeah.
So I was excited to try that out. So it was a bit of a challenge getting it to, you know, so I can assemble everything and get it to fit nice and tight and not be in the way. At the time, I had it as a foot clutch hand shift bike, so just to keep it tight, keep everything out here.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's held up pretty good.
That's pretty much like the old coil mount area, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
No, really cool.
Yeah. Thank you. These were some B and C struts I got off Chopper Swapper, and yeah, just kind of nice. Like rather than the ones that, you know, come straight out, I thought it tightened it up a little bit, and I just trimmed the fender to fit. Oh, this is a nice mod too, my helper spring. Yeah, well, it's so hacked, dude. I look like such a tweaker. But yeah, this just keeps it so I don't bottom out as easy.
No, that's the thing I love about choppers, dude. You know, you build it to the way you want, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I want it like that, but I need it like that.
Or whatever to get on the road, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's a great bike. Lots of memories on this thing. Lots of road trips. We did the Sweethearts ride, and that was, we went up to Livermore, then back down. That's kind of local-ish. And then, yeah, rode it all around in April and May. I was basically trying to be gone out of the house like as much as possible. And then Born Free in June. Where else? We did this Yosemite trip a couple weeks ago. The NorCal Chopper Show, rode it down to Cayucos for moving parts. Yeah, I love this thing. I think it'll be my forever bike.
Nice. I think it deserves a name, dude. Well, yeah. That's it for Nick's twin cam chopper.
Thank you. Yeah.
You want to show us your garage setup?
Yeah.
The tools?
Come on in. So, yeah, I feel lucky enough to have, you know, a big 2-car garage. So I try to keep it a little organized. Keep this as just sort of build space, like assembly, try to keep it clean.
Yeah.
All my tools, and I'm starting to use this pegboard a little bit for stuff that I use more often. This 3D printer has been super nice. So making little brackets for my shovel head, I've been doing a lot of a little bit of design work, especially for like foot controls or just random stuff. So it's really nice to design something, 3D print it, fit it, make sure it works, and then you can, you know, get it laser cut or something like that. And then my welders, this MIG welder I bought in Georgia after I graduated college, and that was like the I think I got like a relocation bonus and bought this welder for a few $100 and have never gotten rid of it. And then yeah, the TIG welder, I wish I could justify / afford like a nice name brand TIG welder. This one just came from Amazon, and this one was, I want to say, like around 900 all said and done.
Is it pretty good?
I've never had a problem with it.
Wow.
Yeah, it works nice. There's I want to say Everlast, the green one.
Yeah, the green one. I heard good things about it too.
That's the one I originally wanted, and I know they're not USA made, but they have like an office in San Francisco or something.
Yeah.
So I felt good about getting that, but I needed, time was coming, like I needed a TIG welder, and yeah, that's what I ended up with. So.
Did you teach yourself how to weld?
Kinda. I mean, I took a class in college, like my senior year of college, but during school I worked as a mechanic for the school, so I worked on like their plow trucks and their tractors and all this shit, and so I really learned how to weld there. That was in upstate New York, so shit was all rusted. We put like floors in trucks, and yeah, so. That's just where I learned how to MIG weld. TIG welding, more like class in college, and then just a lot of practice.
Yeah. I like the cart too.
Yeah, I got this from Yama. He gave it to me for free.
That's cool.
He's such a homie. So J&L Welding Supply, if you live in the Bay Area and you need welding gas, if you're not buying it from him, you're silly.
Where's he from? Well, what city?
He lives in Oakland.
Oakland?
Yeah, he's a great dude. He's such a trip. He's real funny. But like really, really good prices, and he'll deliver it. He picks up the bottle. Usually give him like a day or two, and he'll fit you in his delivery schedule.
Do you think he'll go to San Jose?
Oh, he'll go to San Jose.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's where when I was living down out that way. That's when that's where I started using him.
Nice.
And
hell yeah.
yeah. Yeah, he's a great dude. Oh yeah, this frame print is kind of neat. So I took the frame building class with Dan Twigden.
Oh, he's the one that hosts the NorCal Chopper Show.
Yep. Yeah, he's a good dude. I really liked him. Yeah, so this was the print that I got from it, and we marked it up because I was trying to make a frame that had a little bit up and a little bit out and a little bit of rake, and at the end of the day, just like I fucked up all the math. And, the engine hit like every single tube that it possibly could, but it was a really good learning experience. Learning. We did the wishbone frame, so learning how to do those bends and also clock the bends.
Does he still do classes?
I think he does through the school, through Manteca, yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yep. So yeah, I just hang this up. It's actually been super helpful having this, just to, reference some dimensions or something.
Yeah.
General kind of work weld table. And then this area, I just got this, I got this workbench from my buddy Hunter, who hosted Ranch Bash, if you went to that was last month. So yeah, I kind of just the idea is to kind of keep all the dirty stuff in one area.
Yeah, and then the assembly's over there, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh,
so
dang, you got a curtain too?
set up the curtain.
Fancy.
Yep, just to try to keep it a little clean.
That's smart, dude.
Yeah. It's just such a pain, like you grind one thing and then you have metal dust everywhere.
Yeah, that's why for me, every time I grind something, I take it outside.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep anything inside.
And then, this is all just parts over here that I store. Come see me at the NorCal Swap this weekend.
This Sunday in Sacramento.
Yep, and we have Hunters Point the following week. So I have some parts, like this is stuff for the shovel head. These are pipes that I made for it. So like that stuff's not going anywhere, but yeah, just a bunch of random shit. One day I'll go through this and try to, I don't know, have some sense of organization.
No, it's pretty organized, dude. What are you talking about?
It's off the floor. Yeah.
Did you make the rack, or did you?
No, that was here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and like
super useful.
Dude, I feel like I'm really stretching its limits. I mean, one day I'm gonna come down and all of this is gonna be down here, and I'm gonna say, "Yep, that's what I get." But yeah, it'd be so nice to have a box that's like, this is taillights, this is electrical, this is whatever. But
you get there when you have free time and stuff.
This is the frame for that shovel head. That's that. And then this is a frame my buddy Mauricio dropped off this week. We're doing a little barter system. I'm going to help him with a bike, and he gave me this thing, and the neck's all tweaked, and somebody welded on it, and it's probably only good for the castings, but yeah. Got my tubing bender.
What brand is that?
Dan actually made it.
Really?
NorCal
Wow.
Chopper Show Dan, yep.
It's cool.
Yeah, we did. I had an Evo and a 5-speed, and the case needed some welding. So I was like, hey, I need a tubing bender. I'm doing People's Champ, and I'm trying to make a frame. And so he plasma cut all this and welded it and assembled it, and I traded him the drivetrain. So yeah, that thing, it works great.
Is this one of one, or does he make and sell them?
No, he doesn't make and sell them.
Wow, so it really is a one of one right there.
Yeah, I think the plans came from like a buddy or from online or something, but a few people have hit him up, and he's like, nah, I don't. Too much work. You know?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, these things are kind of cool. So I had my job back in Georgia. The guy that hired me, he'll probably watch this. He's a kooky guy, but he's great. I love him. And he has this crazy collection of motorcycles. He's an older guy, and for a while, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, he was working at a place called Titan Motorcycles, and it was kind of like I don't want to say OCC, but it was like that style bike, you know. But these heads and cylinders are some like custom things that he did. I wonder, yeah, you can kind of see the difference. So there's a lot more cooling fins on these. They basically had these custom cast and machined, and it's some big like 4-inch bore heads and cylinders. So he gave these to me, and I need to build a bike with them one day. Yeah.
You're gonna make him proud.
Yeah, I mean that'd be cool.
That's your motor right there for the shovel?
Yep. Yeah, that's it here. All tucked away. So, engine and transmission. Duncan built the motor for me. He's a great guy.
Shout out to Duncan.
Duncan Keller. Yep. So yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. Yeah, the transmission. I've ridden a bike with that transmission, so at least I know that it's runnable.
Was that the Evo for the Bill?
That one's just like I got a basket case for cheap, and that was the motor, and it turns out it was like the pistons are brand new, and so this is kind of saved for a rainy day.
Oh, nice.
Whenever I learn how to build an engine. No, this is the People's Champ motor here, all tore apart.
This is the frame for it, right here?
Yep, this is it. Yeah, haven't really touched it. Not because I'm like, you know, I didn't make the cut and I was like, yeah, that's expected. I just like, I don't know, got ADHD and yeah, just started working on other stuff, or just not, you know, I haven't been out in the garage in a while, honestly. It's nice to be back out here, but yeah, it took a little break, and so yeah, I'm excited. Get the shovel head done.
Yeah, you got like what, 3 months? 2 months, dude, for the Paradise Show, right?
End of January.
Oh, January, so 3-ish, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. There's definitely a lot to do.
Do you work better under pressure or?
I only work under pressure. I can only work under pressure.
All right, well, we'll see him at the Paradise Show.
Yeah, hopefully.
Do you have a paint scheme in mind, or?
Yeah. So I'm hoping my buddy Mikey will paint it. I need to ask him very, very nicely to fit me into his schedule. But yeah, we talked before about some colors that he had, and yeah, should look pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, maybe we'll come back here when the bike's done.
Hey,
Do a feature on it. You know?
Next year.
January. That's the goal, right?
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, that's the goal. For sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Got the washer and dryer over there. I was excited about the 220 volt for welding, but yeah, no, the sink is what sold me.
Dude, the sink is a game changer.
Dude, it really is.
I need a sink in my garage,
it really
man.
is.
No, this table is sick, dude.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so this is, so the bottom part, I got this from my job in Georgia. So I used to work at Yamaha, and down there, they assembled all of the ATVs and side-by-sides and stuff like that. So this thing was actually all these holes. It was like a conveyor belt. It had all these rollers on it. So every single, Grizzly or Kodiak or whatever ATV frame would roll down this. And somebody was like, oh, we're just throwing it out. So I got this, and then I just catted up the top and had a water jet, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's been good. It's just a nice, like, good size, and I had the little cutout because I originally had my welding bottle here, but fortunate enough to have enough room to put it over there.
Awesome. Yeah, before we end the video, what got you into motorcycles?
That's a really good question. I definitely remember, riding like BMX bikes and that sort of sense of freedom when you leave the neighborhood and then you go to the next town and then you go to the next city and all that. So I think that, it's all the same stuff with the motorcycles, but I remember I had a neighbor growing up, and his dad was like my father figure, and he taught me how to ride a dirt bike. I think that was like 6th grade or something. And yeah, I've just been like hooked on it ever since. I bought my first bike in Ohio, and I was living out there for a little bit, and me and my roommate, like we built these, I had a CB, he bought a KZ 400 or something. So we worked on them in the living room, we put a tarp down, and yeah, just can't get away from them, honestly.
And the best way to explore America is on 2 wheels.
Dude, that's right.
Right?
That's right, yeah. There's a lot of cliches about it, but there's some of them are kind of true, Yeah, all my best memories have been you build a bike, you take it for a ride, you take somebody special with you, or you go travel, and yeah, it never gets old. Gonna do it as long as I can.
Awesome. You remember your first Harley?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to buy it back actually. So
What was it?
It was a '97 Sportster, and I sold it like a few months ago, but I bought it back in 2015. So the Honda CB that I was just telling you about, I finished that up, I sold it, and then like the next day bought a Sportster and rode that thing. I bought it in New York. I came down to Georgia with me, and then yeah, I've had it ever since, but then yeah, sold it a few months ago. But it's back up for sale. I don't know if I can swing it. I don't really need another bike. So if you're interested, yeah, hit me up. I'll get you in contact with the seller.
Sick. But yeah, thank you for showing us your garage and your bike and your stories, man.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for giving a shit.
Yeah, we'll be back to feature that shovel right there.
All right, yeah, pressure's on.
Or the Builtwell Evo,
Yeah, that'll be a while out. But yeah, I would love to. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bella. Shop dog.
That's my girl. Say thank you. Thanks for coming.